What's up, Detroit? How have you been? What's up with fashion and sports? Places I've never been. For the latest news and the greatest foods, no matter what, we're there for you. Whatever's going on, what's up, Detroit?
More like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She said, I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. Then every head turned with eyes that dreamed of being the one who will dance on the floor in the round.
From purchasing your first home or downsizing after everyone has left the nest, you need an agent who is dedicated to providing the highest level of customer service that real estate offers. I'm Michelle Coleman with RE/MAX Classic. Together, we can achieve your desired real estate goals.
What's up, Detroit? We are here in my favorite restaurant, 220, located at 220 Merrill in Birmingham, Michigan. This beautiful place is owned by Denise Illich and Zaid Alaya, and is also my daughter's favorite restaurant too. Hi, Nevaeh. So as you see, as I said, this segment is one of my favorite segments because it allows us to talk about the cool things going on in and around Detroit, and be accompanied by some of the cool people in and around Detroit as well. But before we start talking about some of these cool people and some of these cool things, let's talk about this delicious and cool food that we have here. So Dave, the general manager here, can you share with us what we have in front of us?
Sure, I'll just start here and go from this side right across the table. This is our calamari. It is deep fried calamari. You can get it two ways. We have it deep fried, crispy, or you can also get it with a spicy sauce on it as well. And then you accompanied with a mustard aioli sauce or a house-made marinara sauce as well. And those are choices to go with it. You can either get one or the other or both if you like. And then next is it's our braised short rib. It's braised for 24 hours. It's pork tender. It falls right off the bone. It comes on a bed of whipped mashed potatoes as well as pickled onion or pickled red cabbage, and then it has cipollini onions on there as well, finished off a little garnish of our basil and oregano on top. And then our flatbread there, we have 4 flatbreads in house, but this is probably my personal favorite, and it's our great seller. That is our it's a caramelized onion, Gruyere cheese, and truffle flatbread. So the truffle's actually in the cheese when it's melted in the oven. It's fantastic. Finished off with a little bit of truffle sauce afterwards. And then the last thing is our #1 selling appetizer, probably the #1 selling thing on our dish, and that is our yellowfin ahi tuna. It is our tuna tartare. It is sashimi grade tuna. Comes over a bed of avocado and cucumbers mixed together. Then the tuna comes on top, finished off a little creme fraiche, crispy wontons. It has a little pickled ginger for the palate to cleanse your palate after you finish that. And it comes in encircled by a ponzu sauce with roasted black and white sesame seeds. And that is phenomenal. It's by far the best appetizer we have. It's fantastic.
I have dibs on that, even though it's by you, Tania.
Not only does it look good, but it smells
Oh
so
my goodness,
good.
I'm hungry. I wasn't before we started, but I am now.
Time to get rid of her, huh? Yep. Donating her to Charity Motors? Yep. It's true that Charity Motors sells their cars at half off to the needy who can't otherwise afford a car? Yep. With a full fair market value tax deduction the moment you donate it, even before they sell her? Yep. What are you gonna do with that big tax deduction? Well,
He wants beautiful earrings.
yep. Charity Motors. Yep.
They said we were done. They flinch when we tell them the city we're from. They tell stories of a grim past with a rich history. They call us the murder capital. They talk about the scandals. They have a lot of things to say about us. They also say never kick a man when he's down. The same goes for a city. Detroit almighty, we don't like nobody. Detroit versus everybody.
So no meal is complete without an amazing drink. So, and at 220 does an amazing job with their drink selections too. Tell us about some of the drinks too.
Well, in front of me, I have the Moscow Mule. It's a very trendy drink right now. It seems like every place has a Moscow Mules, but we do it a little bit different here. We actually have our Moscow Mule on tap. So we make the batch ahead of time minus the liquor. So you can add any vodka you like to that. And then our Moscow Mule comes out on tap, and then you take the liquor, put it over the ice, then pour the Moscow Mule in. Yeah, the Moscow Mule is infused with, it has infused ginger simple syrup. We have ginger beer in there, as well as fresh squeezed lime juice in there as well. Finished off with a little sprig of mint here and a cucumber will. This right here is our Merrill.
It's
yes,
bubbling,
it's bubbling.
yes.
It's gorgeous.
It is. Look at that.
Well, it's safe to drink. When you put the dry ice in the bottom and you pour the drink on top, the actual dry ice infuses to the glass because it gets so cold in the bottom that when you're finished drinking, the glass, you can tip it up and the dry ice is stuck to the bottom. So it's 100% safe to drink, and we get that question every day. So that is Belvedere infused vodka. It's infused with vanilla bean. So it has vanilla bean, and then it's also infused with fresh pineapple. So it's pineapple, vanilla, vanilla.
That's something new.
Yes, and it has, then the Belvedere vodka's in there as well. And
Excellent.
then Brad's one of our in-house bartenders. He's gonna pour the last one here.
Oh, you get a little shake with yours.
Right. And this is our Edison. This is our signature cocktail. This is the cocktail that we opened the restaurant with, and it was the #1 seller from the first day we opened. Once again, it is Belvedere vodka, and then it has muddled cucumbers in there, and it has a little bit of muddled cilantro in there as well to give it a little bit of that kick to it. Then in the glass, the garnish on there is a green Tabasco sauce, as well as a couple slices of cucumber wheels in there as well. And it's fresh, it's spicy, it's exciting. It's just like Birmingham, just like.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
And that's why we had that drink open. That's kind of the tagline for that cocktail when we first started.
Excellent.
So these are handcrafted in-house. We do have several drinks on tap, as well as beers that you're drinking there as well.
Yes.
And then we do have a new menu coming out in the fall. Should be out probably within the week. By the time you see us on TV, it's already out.
Okay.
So it's very it's all farm to table, local produced food, local produced produce, farm eggs, local farm eggs. Everything's kind of local for this new menu. So.
And it is fresh and it's delicious. To that note, why don't we have a little cheers here to start the session off?
Cheers.
Salute.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I am a model in Detroit, but I currently live in Ann Arbor. I'm a graduate of the University of Michigan. Go Blue! I have been modeling for a little over a year now. So a year was in July. I like it a lot. My favorite shoot so far has been the Detroit versus Everybody campaign. If you've been to the store and you've seen their windows, that's my face. Definitely grateful for Tommy and everybody else who was a part of the Detroit vs. Everybody campaign for reaching out to me and allowing that to happen. I love being a model in Michigan, even though at times it's hard because we're not necessarily recognized on a grand scale. My goal is to break out into those eventually. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I have it. I have the will, so I'm gonna make a way. And that's what's up, Detroit.
Oh man, anybody been to a family reunion recently? Oh, there's always that one relative like to start mess around, like tell all my business. You know what I'm saying? You know that one mess around, get drunk, like start drinking too much Hennessy. Now you going home from the family reunion. You done found out that your mama really your auntie. You got a long lost brother you ain't know about, and your real daddy is James Brown. Hey, no wonder you can dance off, because your real daddy James Brown, you didn't even know.
I will lift my hand to you, yeah, to you. I lift my voice, I lift my voice to you. All of my praise, all of my praise to you. Bless the Lord, I will. Bless the Lord at all times.
Hi, I'm Nina Kaleshu, and I was born and raised in Detroit, and I still live here. I love it, and I'm a model, actress, and host. I'm currently a TV host as well on What's Up Detroit. I've also been featured in a couple of videos, which is pretty fun too. It kind of lets me break out of character even more. If you need anyone for your next event, or if you're looking for someone for your next ad or print work, I'm the one you call.
Every day I wake up and ask myself the same questions. Why do you go so hard? What's it all really about? And every day life gives me the same answers. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about our future. It's about standing for something.
Been on this road for way too long.
Hi, my name is Tania. I'm the co-founder of Rosella's Angels. We started this organization due to my mother passing away from breast cancer in 2005. This year, at the 2015 Making Strides Walk, we found a need for women who are going through chemotherapy and radiation, and we've teamed together with Griswold Home Care.
Hi, I'm Lauren with Griswold Home Care. We provide non-medical home care services for the elderly and disabled. We started this home care back in 2014 due to the fact that my grandmother had a caregiver that was hired privately. The caregiver had stolen money from her, and she wasn't thoroughly screened through the criminal background checks that we do. We want to make sure that we provide the best quality care with the most caring professionals.
Rosella's Angels has teamed up with Griswold Home Care.
Griswold's golden rule is we only refer caregivers that we trust in our own homes.
For more valuable information, you can visit www.griswoldhomecare.com and also visit our Facebook page, Rosella's Angels.
What's up, Detroit? We're here in the historic United Sounds Studios with up-and-coming artist Nisha. We're going to talk to her a little bit today about her new single, her life, and how she got into this business. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Pretty good.
Wonderful.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm so excited. I am. I'm blessed to be here.
About everything kind of that's happening with you.
Definitely.
Your new single just dropped.
Yep.
I'm on a cloud.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yep.
A little bit about that song. How did you come up with this song?
Well, the song's been out for about I want to say 4 months, a little over 4 months. I recorded it here at United Sounds with Helluva, and it took me about, I want to say 2 to 3 hours to record it and write the whole thing.
Wow.
And it went completely in a different direction than we thought it would, because it was a different like genre than Helluva usually does. You know, he does Detroit beats, Detroit music. You know what I'm saying? So when we took it R&B, it just took a wave of its own. You know? Yeah. So it's a blessing to have that song in my hands.
Is that something that you're more used to working with? What kind of sounds are you more used to?
I guess I could say that is. Yeah, I'm more of like the melodic type artist. You know, I'd rather sing and rap at the same time. Like, I don't want to do this either or.
Right.
You know, so yeah, definitely that.
Right.
That's definitely it.
Well, if you have the skill to do it, you might as well, right?
Right, gotta do both, you know. Gotta be the whole package. So.
Right. So
Yeah.
what, you guys just sat in the studio together and just started writing and just...
Yep. Yeah, I was sipping on my little Hennessy, you know what I'm saying, and I just sat down. I sat on the floor, actually, right in front of his studio board, and just wrote both verses, and then went into the back and started finishing the second verse, and recorded it. Came out. My manager, Flossalot, came in. He was like, "Whoa, one of my shorties got the loud." He's like, "Okay," like, yeah. It was exciting for all of us. As soon as we recorded, we were like, "Yeah, this is definitely different. It's definitely gonna take us beyond what everybody's doing right now."
Right.
So that's what mattered, you know.
Right. It's different. It catches like everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Not just a certain audience. Because I mean, I hear the most random people playing it on their Snapchats, on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, it's crazy. I didn't know they knew who Nisha
Right.
was.
Yeah.
But don't you like feel just so overwhelmed with all of that?
Yeah. Like, you just reminded me something with that being said. They know the name Nisha, but then they wouldn't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when they meet me and I tell them like, "Yeah, I'm Nisha," they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that. Like, I thought it was somebody else." And that's like the most exciting part about it. So.
'Cause you sound older.
Yeah.
I mean, you're young. How old are you?
19.
19.
I'm
You're a baby.
19.
Tell me, where do you see yourself in a year from now?
Oh, a year from now, I want to be on the BET Awards. Well, me and my team want to be on the BET Awards. And I want to have at least been to like 9 states or something like that. Like, I want to be at a high number. I want to travel in the next year.
Just to visit, you mean? Or like
perform.
Oh, okay.
Radio interviews, anything. I just want to go, like, have a new
9
experience.
states.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So that's where my goal is right now.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, it's your girl Nisha, and that's what's up, Detroit.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer McMahon. I'm here to deliver a video to you. I came across this while I was on Detroit Funny, and I thought I'd like to share it with you. Now, we all know there's some really interesting things that go on in Detroit. Well, you know what? This takes the cake. So everyone gathers to see this satanic statue unveiled. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm a little off about this. So everyone gathers around, and there's hundreds of people all dressed as devils, goblins and ghouls, I guess. I don't know, but they're all really into it, and they just cannot wait for the statue to be unveiled. So we're gonna watch this gentleman as he talks about how interesting this statue is. But, you know, let's just roll with it and laugh at it. So as you can see, he's gonna keep going on and on and on with his tiff about how much he loves Satan. And you can see too, there's a lady behind him. She looks like basically like this. I don't know if she's praying or what is going on, but everyone seems pretty interested in this statue. I mean, I know I'm gonna steer clear from it, but just knowing that this is going on in Detroit, it's really quite interesting. There's definitely something for everyone here in the D.
Detroit, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with our Detroit Pistons own Andre Drummond. thank you very much for coming through.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us, how does it feel to be a basketball player? Let's just start there, because I know, as a kid growing up, I wanted to be a ball player. I wasn't good, so, but how does it feel? Like, do you wake up like, yeah, I'm a ball player?
Man, just growing up with the sport, a lot of my family played, but they never really got to where I was at to this day. Everybody kind of really stopped in high school, and when I was playing, I kind of had this goal to where I wanted to, make it past high school. I wanted to play in college, and then after college, I want to try to make it, to the next level. And just the whole process of just how this thing really unfolded for me was, I got quite the crazy story.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so growing up, who was that guy? Like, who's the best basketball player? Is it Jordan? Is it Magic? Is it?
Man, for me, it was like Michael Jordan by force. Like, my mom, absolutely loves him.
Okay, yeah.
So you watch his games, every night.
And study him, and yeah.
And then I happen to become 6'10", so I can't really play like him anymore.
He can rebound, he can score, he can dish.
Here. They go inside to Andre, gets Hansbrough. He'll hook it over Hansbrough and hit it.
That was a dynamite move there, George.
Pistons by 3. Andre flips it up and fills it up.
Do you have somebody in the game now, whether it's your team or a different team that you've known from back in the day, that y'all have a friendly, competitive relationship? Or
a lot of guys, man. I look at some of my old high school pictures, like AAU pictures, and just I can rattle off a lot of guys that I played with.
Okay.
Seeing us all in the same position now. Quincy Miller now. Quincy and I have been playing against each other since we were freshmen in high school.
Okay, wow, all right.
And we kind of, everybody takes different paths. He went to Bell, I went to UConn. And I left after my first year. It took him 3 years to leave. So he ended up being in the league 2 years after I came in. So when he came in, he ended up getting drafted to Denver. So playing against him was, it was fun playing against him again. And then now he's my teammate again.
Yeah, so it's all love again.
It's all love again now.
Yeah, cool. So let's talk a little bit about the team. Let's talk about the Pistons, and from the day that you first started, from where we were then, where we are now, and where you see us going.
When I was drafted by the Pistons, I knew that they were in a rebuilding stage. I knew that they were trying to come together and get back to where they were, 2003, 2004. Back in those days, the Chauncey Billups, Rip, Sheed, and Ben, and throughout the years, I've taken the role of trying to be a leader here and trying to bring this team together and trying to find the right pieces to put, around, not even just me, but just in this organization altogether. To really bring everybody's spirits back up, even if we are losing, a ton of games, but we still playing our hardest each and every night, knowing that, our main goal is to, be a great team, be in the playoffs again, and hopefully win a championship.
So how do you do that? Let's say, it's halftime and the score is tied, or you guys are down 2 points or something like that. What goes on from there? I know sitting home, we praying, we go, but what happens when you're actually there?
From my rookie year to today, my rookie year, if something like that would happen, we kind of get down on ourselves, and we kind of let it get the best of us, and then we'll start off sluggish in that second half, and then again we'll get away from us and we have to come back and then try to play it out from there. I think with this past season that came by, we didn't let that really get us down. We fought each and every night, and whenever we got down, we tried to throw punches right back and get back to where we needed to be. So, we had a really successful season this year. We were all out of the playoffs by 4 or 5 games.
I know.
Which was big.
Congratulations,
we went from being at the bottom of the pole to, moving up slowly and slowly. So I think this year is going to be a big year for us.
Well, we're excited. We're looking forward to it. Cool. Well, you heard it here directly from What's Up Detroit. We were here with Mr. Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons, and we look forward to this coming year.
This program is brought to you in part by
Birmingham Jewelry in Sterling Heights is proud to be your leading jeweler, showcasing the largest selection of engagement rings in Michigan. Can't find it? Gregory will design it, offering custom designs made in Michigan by master designer Gregory Polobosian. Established in 1975, Birmingham Jewelry is celebrating 40 successful years in business. Fashion jewelry, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, cocktail rings, and more. Birmingham Jewelry is also your Pandora headquarters, outside the mall with convenient parking and quick service. You're never done with your shopping without stopping at Birmingham Jewelry. only in Sterling Heights.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of What's Up Detroit. Enjoy your Sunday, and remember, God loves you, and so do we. Hug someone today.
I want to hug.
I want to hug too.
We'll see you next time, Detroit.
Bye.
Tissues in her pocket, weepy bloodshot eyes. Her daughter's face in a locket reminds her it'll be alright. A scarlet letter branded like a tattoo. She's moving on. There's nothing left to lose. She's gonna run. She's gonna fly and let the hurt remind her she's alive. And even when she's crying inside, she'll hike up her skirt, flash that pretty smile. 'Cause even in the darkest of times, she's gonna shine. She's gonna shine. She's got a dream and she's waited all her life, caught in between what is wrong and what is right. There's fire in those angel eyes, a restless heart, a constant drive. She's